I can see that bullshit from a mile away. See it. You can step my mother about a mile away. Stack it. I got 3 white bitches like
So one of the things that we're going to go through in the workshop, technique-wise, is not necessarily going to be something that we technically see wrong in the Olympic list. It's actually going to be something we see wrong with how we see lifters, coaches and athletes approaching their sets. So I recently put out a post just about some of my own snatches where I'm trying to make all of my reps look the same, from 50% to 70 to 80%, all the way through that kind of percentage range, just so it makes the reps more valuable. Because one thing I do see, and I see this at every gym, there's no exception, see it at all of them, is you'll see it where some people want to just get through the volume anywhere they can. So they'll, if it says 5 triples at 70 to 80%, they'll just try and make sure they get the triples done. Some of the reps will be caught forward, some will be caught behind the head, some will be rotating, some will be like out of place. So, but because they get the volume, it's kind of like, oh, it's okay because I got all my reps in. They were a bit difficult, but I managed to get all the sets and reps in. Now, if you're trying to make yourself technically better, you're trying to kind of reprogram your brain and your body to make your technique better, then just getting through the volume is not enough. So one of the things we're going to go through in the workshop is actually when you program 70 to 80% and you program it for singles, triples, or doubles, why are you programming it? But then also, how are you going to approach it so that you can make sure your technique sounds across the whole thing? And part of this is, if it's you coaching yourself or you coaching someone else, making sure that appropriate cues are written down or said to you or your athlete before they start to lift. The other thing to do is make sure that maybe you're actually picking the right exercises for it as well. So if you're trying to get someone to train themselves to stay over the bar better and have better posture and be stronger as they take the bar off the floor, maybe doing a pause just off the floor or doing a low hang snatch with a pause as they get to low hang position will be better than them just doing triples on snatches. If someone's not pulling the bar very, very close, like they don't have a very good rhythm of extension up to pulling themselves down, maybe you do a complex where it's panda pulls into a low hang snatch or something. But just something needs to be done to make sure that when you're prescribing volume to yourself or to your athletes, that you're actually doing it in such a way that it's going to make the volume valuable. Because if you do the volume that you're doing now the same way that you've always done it, so with the same technical flaws and the same approach, then even if you get stronger, you're going to lift bigger weights the same way you've always done. And if you've got some technical areas you can see are going to hurt you when you get to heavier weights, then you need to make sure that you solve them now. Otherwise, you're just going to keep getting stronger and keep making the same mistake. So if you loop the bar out and jump backwards when you snatch, and you practice 70% for 5 to 6 triples, and then your back squat and your deadlift go up, you'll snatch a heavier 1 rep max, but do the same thing when it gets heavier. And you want to try and make sure that you get stronger and that your technique gets better. So then, instead of, let's say, losing 3 to 4 kilos, leaving 3 to 4 kilos on the table because of a technical mistake, you're only losing 1 to 2 kilos because you've managed to make that technical mistake smaller or eliminate it completely. So that's one of the things we really want to go through in the workshop, is how to actually start giving yourself a better mental approach to the program, to your sets and reps, to your volume, so that you actually get more out of the exercises, and also how to change the exercises to alter the approach your lifter or you is going to take, so that when you go to do the volume, when you go to do your sets and reps, when you go to do your work, you're going to get more out of it because you're doing it the right way.